David here with Figboot on Pens. Today I have for you something I feel is pretty cool. It's a review of a relatively new fountain pen from Graf von Faber Castell, which marks the beginnings of a partnership with the luxury car manufacturer Bentley. And appropriately enough, the pen is called the Graf von Faber Castell Bentley. What I'm going to do today is go over the parts and features of the Bentley, talk about what I care for and what I don't care for about the pen. I'll show some measurements, size comparisons, and provide a writing sample. And stay tuned to learn how you can win this pen, courtesy of the good folks at Faber Castell, who provided this pen for review and to give away to one of you. And a very nice giveaway it will be, with a retail price around $400. I believe this will be the most expensive giveaway on my channel, so one of you out there will be very lucky. Faber Castell is a German company which had been around since 1761. Something interesting, according to Faber Castell, they're the oldest brand name in the United States. In 1870, the company was officially entered into the U.S. Registry of Companies as the fifth name in the very first ledger. Since the four companies ahead of it are no longer in business, that would make Faber Castell the oldest. Fast forward to 1993, and Graf von Faber Castell was launched as the luxury marquee of Faber Castell. All of the products in this Bentley and Faber Castell line were jointly designed and developed and manufactured by Graf von Faber Castell and Bentley, so it was truly a joint venture. The pen arrives in this unique box. On the front are the logos for both Graf von Faber Castell and Bentley. The sides actually flip open, and inside we have a pen. On either side there's a little information about Graf von Faber Castell as well as Bentley. Now, something I like about the looks of this box is that there's a guilloche pattern featured prominently in the box, and it is on the pen as well. So it's just kind of nice that they incorporated something from the pen into the box. And here is the pen. This is the Graf von Faber Castell Bentley. There is a lot going on with this pen. First of all, the Bentley is available as a fountain pen, a rollerball, as well as a ballpoint. It comes in three finishes. You can see the entire lineup here. On the left is the white satin, in the middle is the tungsten, and on the right is the sequin blue, which are all inspired by exclusive Bentley paints. The pen has a metal base. The cap and trim are all chrome plated, and the barrel is lacquered. Let's start by taking a look at the cap. The finial is black with the iconic Bentley logo. There are a lot of cool features on this pen, so I thought it would be cool to break out the microscope camera. It's been a while since I've used it. Up close you can see the white paint on the B as well as the brush strokes on the black background. Next, close to the end of the cap, there is a band of knurling, which I feel looks really nice, and is meant to represent the gear shift on a Bentley. How do I know this? Well, I had never actually sat in a Bentley before, so I went out to a local dealership to check out one. And they were kind enough to let me take some pictures of a 2017 model Continental GT that they had in stock. So here is a picture of that gear shift from the Bentley, and then here is the end of the cap. They look pretty similar. And then here's what the knurling on the pen looks up close with the microscope. I feel that the knurling does a pretty good job of breaking up the shiny chrome, which does have a tendency to be a fingerprint magnet. When I'm using this pen, I tend to rub the knurling with my thumb. It's just kind of a fun texture. Next, we have the clip. It is hinged, which I always like, and it's functional enough to work on both thinner and thicker material. I like the unique curves and slopes of the clip as well. On the side of the cap, it is stamped with Graf von Faber Castell and Bentley, and on the back of the cap, it is stamped handmade in Germany. There is a small step down to the barrel. I really like the looks and detail of this material. The elaborate diamond guilloche pattern looks cool to the naked eye, but up close you can see how vibrant the sequin blue is when you get some light on it. Even though the pattern appears to be raised, there is a smooth outer layer of lacquer, so the texture just provides a bit of depth to the design. In reference to the Bentley, the diamond design pays homage to the iconic wire grille of a Bentley. You can see here that the pattern of both are similar. At the very end of the barrel, there is a chrome-plated metal piece, and the very end is concave. The cap does snap off, and underneath we have a number 4 sized steel nib stamped with the Graf von Faber Castell logo, as well as M for medium. This pen is available in extra fine, fine, medium, and broad. And here's a look at the plastic feed. I will say this, when I received this pen, I assumed it had a gold nib, especially for a pen at this price point. And there was nothing in the writing experience to make me think otherwise. It wasn't until I was preparing for this review that I noticed that it wasn't gold. This steel nib is brilliant. It doesn't have the flexibility of a gold nib, but it is very soft and very smooth. And I would venture to say that while a gold nib would be very nice on this pen, I do not feel that you will miss it. There is no need for any gold nib snobbiness when it comes to this particular nib. This steel nib is that good. Faber Castell knows what they're doing in regard to nibs. In regard to this section, it is very small and slick. I was really afraid when I first saw this section. It has a similar look to the section found on the Faber Castell Ambition. The major difference here is that on the Ambition, there is a much more significant step up from the section to the barrel, which really doesn't work for me personally. But I don't have those same issues here with the Bentley. While the transition isn't seamless, the barrel material is only slightly raised. When gripping this pen, I find myself holding it right on the end of the barrel, and I don't find my grip falling off the end of the barrel and onto the slick chrome. So I do find this pen to be comfortable, even with its non-traditional section. The cap does snap to post, and while the snap ensures its security, it is rather hefty. The cap is 21 grams compared to 25 for the rest of the pen. I think it looks nice posted, but I do find that it backweights the pen and significantly throws off the balance. So I prefer to use this pen unposted. Then as an added bonus, when the pen is unposted, you can kind of rub your thumb in the indentation at the end of the barrel, so it's almost like a little worry stone. This is a cartridge converter pen. The pen does come with a standard international converter. Since there are metal parts in both the barrel and the section, you're not going to want to eyedropper this pen. That Faber Castell has also provided me with a cool little box of 20 of their royal blue ink cartridges, which I feel pairs very well with this sequin blue on this pen. Now, one cartridge is missing because it's what I've been using to test my pen, but this will be a nice inclusion for the contest as well. Both Graf von Faber Castell and Bentley are luxury brands, and so this pen will come at a luxury price. The retail price for this pen is right around $400. I've seen it in some places where it's $450 and others that have it around $375. So since it's available at a number of different stores, it'd be advisable to shop around a little bit. Now, given the quality of this pen and the work that went into creating the design, I don't feel that that's an unreasonable price point for this pen. This is not the case where they simply slapped on an exclusive brand name on a pen and jacked up the price of a lesser quality product. This is a solid, well-crafted writing instrument. Would it have been nice to have a gold nib? Sure. But then they would have needed to add at least another $100 to the cost, raising it to a much more undesirable price point. And as I mentioned previously, and as we'll see in the writing sample, this nib is fantastic. You're not going to feel like you're missing out on anything with this particular steel nib as well. In the end, I feel this is an outstanding pen that not only performs well, but uniquely incorporates representations of the Bentley brand. Over this coming year, there's plans to expand the Bentley Graf von Faber Castell line to include additional writing instruments and a special limited edition. After seeing the quality and craftsmanship of this initial release, I'll be anxious to see what this partnership brings us in the future. Thanks again go out to Faber Castell for providing this pen for review and for giveaway. In regard to the giveaway, I decided to do something slightly different. You can enter in 2 different ways to potentially double your chance at winning. First option is you need to be a subscriber to this YouTube channel, and you could leave a comment below, either here on YouTube or in Patreon. In regard to a comment topic, I feel that they've done an excellent job capturing the essence of a vehicle in this pen. If you could create a fountain pen based on a car, what would that car be? And what distinguishing feature would it have? The comment topic is not required. It is just a suggestion. In regard to a second way to enter, all you need to do is follow me on Instagram, where you can find me at Figboot11. Find the post, my pen of the day post I made featuring this pen on Wednesday, February 27th, and like that post. You can leave a comment there if you wish, but liking it will be the thing that counts as your actual entry. So to recap, either you subscribe and comment on YouTube/Patreon, and or follow me on Instagram and like the post about this pen. Each of those things will count as a separate entry into the contest. I am confident that whomever will win this pen will enjoy it greatly. This pen has really grown on me, and I am really hating that I need to give it away. So now it's time for some measurements, size comparisons, and a writing sample. Here we go with some size comparisons for the Faber Castell Bentley. I really like the blue on this pen, so I thought I'd compare it to a bunch of some of my other favorite blue pens. Here it is with a Classic Pens LB5, and then here it is with a Sailor King of Pen Pro Gear, and here it is with a Kanilea Pen Company Nui Nalu. And in regard to some other blue pens, here it is with a Pelikan M805. Then here it is with a Faber-Castell Loom. And then finally, here it is with a Lamy All-Star. So here we have the Graf von Faber Castell and this is the Bentley. This is a medium steel nib, and the ink that I'm using today is Graf von Royal Blue. This is what the ink looks like. I think this is a nice solid royal blue. Here it is in comparison with a Mont Blanc royal blue, which looks a little bit more purpley than blue. And then here's an St. Dupont royal blue in comparison as well, which is a little bit lighter. I showed it earlier, but this is the box that the ink comes in. It's kind of a cool, almost like a ring box. And inside we have these cartridges. If you've been using one as I've been testing this pen, it is really low right now, so I'm hoping I get through this writing sample and I don't have to crack open one more of these so the winner can receive 19 cartridges as opposed to 18. So let's hope this doesn't run out. But in regard to a writing sample, I mentioned it before, this steel nib is outstanding. I wrote with this for a couple of weeks, and I honestly didn't realize that it wasn't a gold nib. And it wasn't, like I said, until I was doing some research, and I went, wait a second, this doesn't have a stamp on it. And then I looked into it, and it says it's a steel nib, and I'm like, you know what, this thing is amazing. So that I really, in this particular pen's case, don't think that it matters that much at all. You're not going to get tons of flex out of this, but the ink flow is fantastic. In regard to reverse writing, it lays down a nice extra fine line. In regard to some fast writing, this feed has had no problems in keeping up for me. So there we have the Graf von Faber Castell Bentley. I think this is a very interesting pen. It's one that really has grown on me, and the performance has been outstanding, and I really like the ties-in that it has, or the tie-ins that it has to the actual car itself. So I think this is a pretty special pen. So thanks again go out to Graf von Faber Castell for providing this pen for review and giveaway. Don't forget to enter to win this pen, and I'm sure that whoever wins it will be very, very happy. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.